everyone. You're listening to the Elisa Fucci Show. I'm your host, Elisa Fucci. I'm a motivational speaker, podcaster, an international best-selling book author, relationship life coach, and certified breathwork detox facilitator. They say real love takes work. Let me and experts from all over the world help you make being in a relationship fun and easy. Hello. Welcome to today's podcast episode. I am so happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here listening to today's episode. Before I go on, I wanted to share with you guys my upcoming breathwork session on letting go and boosting your self-esteem, letting go of the past so you can move forward, because you can't marry your future unless you divorce your past. So if you're struggling with letting go, whether that is limiting beliefs, letting go of what someone said or did to you, forgiving someone, letting go of past mistakes, which is something that we're going to talk about today, whatever it is that you're ready to let go of, join my next breathwork session on November 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And you'll be able to use the power of your breath to find the inner wisdom, to calm your mind, calm your body, and realign yourself with your heart, with your soul, with your spirit, with your higher self, and be able to tap to that source, to be able to know what to do, to know what to say next, to tap into the source of love, certainty, faith, and acceptance and gratitude for what happened, what has happened, and what you have right now. I'm telling you, breath work is like 20 years of therapy without saying a single word in just one session. It is super powerful. So if you're ready to have immediate, undeniable results, please log in to my bio on Instagram or click the link in the description below and make sure to sign up for my breathwork session, again, November 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go into today's podcast episode. Let me share with you guys an experience, and this has happened so many times, but I wanted to think of one experience that you guys can relate to. Because I'm a relationship life coach, I'm going to pick a relationship topic and experience, okay? So when I decided to go ahead with the divorce to my husband back in 2014, after actually it was a while, right? It was months of back and forth of me telling myself, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. This is not going anywhere. I'm not seeing progress. I'm not getting my needs met. I am not seeing any change in him or any willingness for him to work on the relationship. And I gave him the ultimatum. It's therapy or we're going through divorce. And he said, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. You're the one with a problem. You're the one that's seen a problem in our marriage, not me. I think everything's perfect. So after back and forth, after a lot of prayer, after going to therapy, after talking to people at church, after talking to family members, right? After really contemplating on whether I should make this decision, I decided to make the decision. I went through with it. I relocated my job. I found a place to live. I packed everything. I said my goodbyes. I cried. And then the aftermath. watching my kids crying to sleep at night, asking me, why did you do this? Why is dad not here? Why can't you make things work? Why is this happening to us? Watching the pain of them being alone, not having their father with them every night, watching them see their world crumble in front of them and having to pick up the pieces and put it together at such a young age. Watching your children suffer because of a decision you made, it is the hardest thing ever. Then my husband would reach out to me and talk to me, and we kind of did this back and forth dance where it felt like we were still together. He would say the right things. He would make everything seem like, oh, it was perfect. Okay, yes, we're going to work things out. Right? And then I would get back to reality and things were back to how they were before. Nothing had changed. But for an instant, it was all happy. And then I would crash and realize, no, that's not happening. Right? It was painful. It was painful to change, to no longer have someone next to me, not have the affection. It was hard to discover myself again, to do things on my own, because I was now the mother, the father, and the provider for these two children. And I had never done that before. I was raised by a mom who taught me to get married, have kids, and that's it, and serve God. That was the only thing I knew how to do. I didn't know how to provide. So I had to learn how to be a provider. I had to learn how to be a single mom. I had to learn how to help my children navigate through this new life while I was navigating through it myself. And today I'm not going to talk about divorce. I talked about that before, but I wanted to bring that up because that was one of the biggest decisions I had to make. I mean, I had multiple, but that was a hard decision that I made. And once I made the decision, the aftermath was even harder. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you about what happens when we trust our intuition, when we follow the spirit, when we follow our gut, and the aftermath is even harder. When the aftermath is not a relief, but actually is pain and growth and stretching you in so many levels, and you doubt yourself and you are back into indecision. Did I make the right thing? Should I have done something different? I could go back. I should know how to do this. I should have done this. Then I wouldn't be in this situation, right? We find ourselves doubting what once was certainty, what once was felt undeniably true because of the difficulty in our life right now, because of the aftermath of this difficult decision, we find ourselves questioning our decision, distrusting ourselves. So today I want to cover what that looks like and how I might be able to help you with tools that have helped my clients and have helped me navigate with the aftermath of a very difficult decision after following our intuition. So going back to that time that I was sharing with you guys, what had to happen at that moment was a lot of self-trust. I had to learn to trust myself. So, but before I go into self-trust, I want to back up a little bit. I want you to learn to tap into your body. And this is something that is so important. And I coach my clients on this so much because we are so quick to react, especially if we are on flight or fight defense mechanism. If we are responding to trauma, which in relationships is very common, our relationships are a mirror of how our relationships as children were. So how we react in our relationships is based on that. And those responses are so ingrained and those pathways are so strong that sometimes our response is so quick. So what I want to teach you is to first tap into your body to know what's happening, right? As you're feeling this fear of missing out or doubt or fear of what you just did, what just happened, your reality, the difficulty, the pain of that decision, as you're sitting with it, I want you to learn to tap into that. And if right now you're not feeling it, think about the last time you had to make a very difficult decision. And then how did it feel in your body? Where was it? What did it look like? Trust me, your brain is going to take you there. It might take you to something that happened 2 days ago, a week ago, a month ago, or maybe back to where it all originated, your childhood, right? So before you do that, some of us need to calm our nervous system. Some of us need to remind our bodies that we are safe. And that might look like just hugging yourself. Maybe begin by rubbing your hands and creating some warmth and finding that energy inside you and just hug yourself and say, you are safe. You are loved. I got you. And repeat that as many times as you need to find that safety. Something that Louise Hayes teaches is to say as many times as you can, I approve of myself. I approve of myself. I approve of myself. So that's just one technique of many. For me, is breath work. And even just doing breath work really quick for 3 to 7 minutes, it can be so impactful to calming your nervous system and getting out of that response. And that can be done breathing all through the mouth, taking one deep breath in through the belly, fill up the belly as much as you can, fill up the chest, and exhale. And do that for 3 to 7 minutes. And I just did one breath and I can already feel a release. So just trying to do that, fill up the belly, fill up the chest, release. If you do that, that will calm your nervous system. So then you can tap into your body. Okay. Tapping is another good thing. EFT is another good thing that might work for you. I'm not an expert. I have done it before where you tap the top of your forehead or your temples and just tap in and just go in through the limiting belief. What are you thinking right now? I should have done something. I should have done this. And just repeat it and then find a peaceful place. What is a place that you have gone to? Even if it's not real, maybe in your mind that you like to go. For me, as South Beach. And every time I think of being on the beach, hearing the waves, feeling the breeze, the humidity in my hands and my face, and just feeling that, the sweat, remembering what the sun, the water smells like, what it feels like on my skin, on my fingertips. Find that place, whether you've been there or not, or find a place that brings you peace and calm. And then once you tapped into those limiting beliefs with like your fingers on your forehead and temples, grab your wrist and say peace. And think of that place that brings you peace. Picture